Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I will show you how to go from shiny to matte using Sparkle & Co. matte finish. And for this all you need is some paper towels, Sparkle & Co. Glossy Coat, and their matte finish. So my manicure's already done, and this would be after you activate your nails, like do your manicure, activate your nails, and then you're buffing them. So this is the buffing step. And then I'm dusting off any extra dip or powder that I might have, and just making sure that I don't have any, yucky dust trapped in my cuticle. So I use one of these brushes. But I'm just dusting them off. And then all I'm going to do is make sure you have a clean paper towel, because I'm going to use this paper towel. This is Solidify. So I'm going to use this paper towel to wipe off the Solidify afterwards. So all I'm doing is just doing my second step of Solidify, or everybody knows it as Activator, same thing. And I'm just doing my second coat of that on all 10 of my nails. Some people prefer to do one hand at a time with their top coat. When I do my nails, I dip one hand, activate, and then I dip my other hand and activate, and then I buff them all at the same time, and then I do my activator on all 10. This is just what works for me. So you can do just one at a hand, but I do both. So just like I said, applying activator onto all 10 fingernails. Okay, and that's my last one. And now I'm going to do is just make sure this is closed up nice and tight. And now that that's on, I'm going to wait for, I typically wait about a minute to a minute and a half. And then I'm going to go in with my 2 coats of Glossy top coat. Okay, now it has been 2 minutes, well, a minute and a half, and I'm just taking a dry paper towel with nothing on it and wiping off any extra Solidify that might be on my nails. Yeah, just to make sure I don't get anything transferred onto my top coat. And then now I'm going to take a clean paper towel and I'm going to go in with 2 coats of Glossy coat. And what this does is, in order for the matte top coat to get the best results for the matte finish, you want to put it on over your shiny top coat. It gives it a smoother finish. It just looks a lot better. So all I'm doing is going in with my first coat of top coat, and I try to keep it to like 3 strokes, and you want it to be thin. So do 3 strokes, then I always wipe my brush off on a paper towel. This will prevent any Solidify that might have transferred onto the brush from getting into the bottle, which will cause it to get stringy and goopy or harden, and it'll also prevent my brush from getting hard as well, and that's why we wiped our nails off. So just my first coat going in with 2 to 3 strokes, and then wiping it off on a paper towel after each fingernail. And do 1 stroke, 2 strokes, and my third, did a couple more on this one because I was getting I didn't have enough on there. And sorry, my thumb's a little out of view, but you'll see it on my second hand as well. And then I'm going right back in with my second coat, and I don't do all 10 fingers for this, I just do with the Solidify. So do 5 and then 5. If I went and did all 10 and went back in with my second coat, it would probably dry kind of foggy, and I don't want that. So going in with my second coat, I don't cap my edges only because I have peel base on, and if I cap my edges, it's going to be harder to pop them off when I'm ready to redo my nails. And sorry for the little baby fingers, he was trying to help. But yeah, going in second coat, you can do a little bit thicker on this or take a little more time to do it, but just don't flood your cuticles, so make sure you don't have too much product on it. You don't want it to flood and get on your skin or anything. And that is that hand. And so now I'm going to go back in on my second hand with my Glossy coat, and it's been a little over 2 minutes since I've done activator, so it should be plenty dry enough, but still make sure to wipe the brush off each time onto a paper towel and keep it to like 3 strokes if possible. Wipe off my brush, and move on to the next nail. And this is still just the glossy coat. And then moving on to my index finger, still my first coat of glossy, and wipe your brush off. And I promise you, wiping your brush off will definitely help you from your liquids getting goopy or stringy or hard. Like as you see, I'm on my 10th nail with the glossy coat and it's not hardened at all. My brush is not stiff or anything like that. So if you notice your brush getting hard or stiff, it's because there's still solidify on your nail. So just make sure you wait. If you do a lot of solidify, you can even wait like 3 minutes or more. If you do a lot, if you only do a tiny bit of solidify, like enough to cover the surface, you only need to wait about a minute. But just make sure you wipe them off. And remember, I use a dry paper towel. I don't put any product, any alcohol or anything on the paper towel. And now my second coat on my middle finger. Just focus, make sure you don't get your cuticles. Make sure it's all nice and shiny. And you don't have to wipe your brush off on your second coat because you already have the first coat as a barrier from the solidify. So you don't have to wipe the brush off. Sometimes I do just out of habit. But you don't have to. Just make sure you wipe it off with your first coat. And my last nail. Super shiny. And yes, Sparkle & Co. liquids are my absolute favorite. If you're interested in these products and it's your first order with Sparkle & Co., use code SPARKLE10 for 10% off and free shipping over $25. And feel free to type in my name in the notes at checkout for a $9 credit, or subscribe to a bag, use my name for an $18 credit. Anyway, here is the finished look. Like, look how shiny that is. That's just their glossy top coat. Super shiny. It's already dry. And I'm obsessed with their liquids. They're my absolute favorite liquids. I have a whole bunch of sets because I don't want to run out. But by far my favorite dip liquids. And now the matte finish. This is not a gel, so it does not need to be cured. And this is not the Luxe polish. This is the dip liquid matte finish. So my glossy coats are completely dry. And now all I'm doing is going in with one coat of matte finish. And I love this matte finish. It's perfect. You get the perfect matte look, and it dries really fast. Like by the time I'm done with my thumb, my pinky's dry. So really quick dry time, and it doesn't scratch, no dents, no nothing, and you still get that hard finish from the glossy top coat. So you still get that strength in there. But just one coat on each nail. And like I said, please do your glossy coat first, or if you're doing, if you use gel liquids with dip powder, you can also put this right on top of your gel top coat. So do your gel top. I know most people would just use the gel matte, which is also a great product. But either way, just make sure it goes on top of a top coat. And because it'll give you that perfect smooth matte finish. Matte polish, if you don't have that top coat on, you're going to see any imperfections you have, but with top coat it helps cover those imperfections. So I would just highly recommend using it on top of your top coat. That'll give you your best results. And going in with my thumb, as you can see how shiny it is, and just doing one thin coat over my entire nail, making sure that, and I noticed too with the matte top coat, it kind of self levels. So it looks like it might not be on perfect, but if you give it a second, you can watch it kind of spread, and it's perfect. It's my favorite matte top coat ever. But yeah, here's what it looks like as it's drying. And as you can see, my matte nails already. Perfect matte finish. I'll do another video like this again, using it over like a solid color, a darker solid color, so you can see it better. But they're already dry. It was super fast dry time. And I'm just doing one hand so I can compare the glossy coat versus the matte finish. So here's what they look like, the dip liquids. I believe they're $12 a piece. The matte finish might be $10. I'm not sure. I think it's $12 though. But here you go. Glossy top coat on my right hand and matte finish on my left hand. And these are the Sparkle & Co. liquids. They are amazing, and every single one of you needs them. The shine is insane, and they will stay shiny like that for weeks, like until I redo them. That shine does not go away. Perfect shine. Super, super, super shiny. And then that matte coat, it's the best matte top coat I have ever used out of any products, any brand. Sparkle Matte Finish is amazing. But there we go. And that is our finished look. Shiny to matte nails using Sparkle & Co.'s liquids. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. And let me know of any videos you would like to see. Deuces and smooches.